As the garage door shuts, I stumble towards the door, but through the garage door I can actually see a vehicle coming up, and I recognize it immediately. It's my niece's car. The hell's she doing here? Better yet, why the hell is she in such a hurry? She comes running as I head to the office, and my niece actually comes right in through the door as I shove that very long needle into my heart. I start pushing the plunger down as hard as I can, and I start feeling it going in, and I start screaming in pain. The burning throughout my entire body is like somebody put hot embers through every single vein, every single piece of me. It's almost though I'm burning from the inside out, and all I can feel in that moment is pain. So much pain. It's hurting me so much that even as my tears start rolling, I can see that I'm dripping tears of blood. And now I taste blood. Seeing this, my niece is freaking the hell out, asking me, "What am I doing? What happened?" She doesn't know exactly what to do, and I motion towards a bottle. It's a solid container, so she couldn't see inside. Good thing, too. I don't think she would have handed it to me. I grab it, and as my body simply burns up from the inside out, I pop the top off, and I swig the disgusting green sludge that's inside. It's almost like you're trying to drink the slime that you used to buy as a kid that you used to play with, forcing it down. I can feel the pain starting to recede, but that was going to recede anyway. My niece once again asked me what I'm doing as the bottle is dropped down to the side, forcing the last of it down my throat. Then I immediately get up, push her aside, and run straight to the bathroom. She can hear me scream in pain as all my digestive contents, all the way from my esophagus down through all the squiggly bits, comes out violently. I didn't want to do this. I hate this, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. After 20 minutes, I walk out, grab a full gallon jug of distilled water, and I start chugging it down. My niece is constantly asking me if I'm all right as I keep trying to get more and more fluids into my body. By the time I sit down in the office, I look at her and say, "Don't worry, I'll be fine. However, I can't answer any questions right now, okay? Just do me a favor. Go make some lunch, and I'll tell you all about what happened, okay? How's that?" She leaves, and I start chugging even more water. She makes lunch as I reach into the cabinet and pull out something I hate the flavor of almost as much as that green sludge. It's a probiotic protein bar. It's not so fun to put down when you don't have any actual acid left in your stomach, but it's better than what might be coming next. You need to have some of this in your system, or else you're going to be in some really, really deep problems. I cough up blood out of my lungs in big globs as she walks in. The jiggling mass of dark, almost black blood that lands on the ground makes her freak out just a little bit, pausing. And I reach over, grab the food right out of her hand, and begin to inhale everything. Forget the cutlery. I just need calories now. As I finish up, I finally wash everything down, and she asks, "Okay, what happened?" "Had to deal with a Wolfman, the little bitch boy." "What?" She asked. "You mean werewolves?" No, 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 no. No, werewolves are easier to take care of. This is so much worse. She looked confused. She doesn't know the difference. "All right, listen, sit down for one, I'll tell you. When it comes to Wolfmen, that's what happens when you get some skinny little, scrawny little, weak little, whatever you want to call the guy, who decides to contract with a demon for power. Now, most everybody would think they would get stronger, faster. Well, they do. They get the stronger, faster. They get the heightened senses, but they also get vicious. I mean, meaner than a Hispanic woman if you just called her fat vicious. Oh, jeez. And Add in the claws and the fangs and the holy jeez, these things are mean. She looks and says, well, why don't you just shoot it with silver? I looked at her and said, that doesn't work. It works on werewolves. This is a wolfman. They're similar, but they're not the same. Understand this, they have no reaction to silver except to say ouch. Wolfmen, you just gotta remember, one, they don't travel in packs, so at least you only have to deal with one at a time. But they don't have any obvious weaknesses. If you want to take one out, you gotta blow the damn thing to pieces or burn it to the ground. I mean, it's just, you gotta deal with it that way. Use salt and fire, that's what you gotta use. She looks at me, why? Why are they so tough? Oh, that's easy. They're partly ethereal. So, conventional weapons are only partially effective. What do you mean partially effective, she asked me. Partially effective is, that's gonna hurt a lot. But every time somebody just picks up a regular pistol or something, deal with a wolfman, I just have to, no, don't do that. You'll just make them mad. Which is why I had to get a whole group of us together. That's why I was gone for a few days. And I just kind of disappeared off the grid. That's what I gotta do. I mixed up with a group of guys I've actually taken down a heed with, and I'll tell you about them later. It's make you freak out for sure. These wolfmen there, these little bitch boys, man, they are sneaky. I mean, they take off. Once you find out that's what one was, you gotta follow them. I mean, sometimes you get somebody who can traverse that area and move without moving. And this time we just use satellites and drones, and, well, we found him. Unfortunately, our RTO on the radio, he had trouble explaining what was going on. We found the bastard humping a she-wolf. That's when my niece kind of gave me a strange look. Really? Oh, yeah, all that stuff cranked up to 11. Trust me, they'll stick their junk in a meat grinder. I mean, just, it's terrible. These guys are horrible. It literally is the worst thing possible. Well, why is that, she asked. Why would they do that to somebody that supposedly is just some weak guy, somebody who, lost the genetic lottery? I grinned as I told her, look, those type of guys end up being good guys. Good guys don't exactly do a whole bunch of stuff that might send them down to someplace a lot hotter and a lot permanent. But you give them what they need to turn into one of these, they will do everything you want them to do. And that's another soul for them. That's all the demon cares about. That's all they deal with. Don't worry about it. Just worry about it. Whatever. I took a few more swigs of the water and realized that the jug was empty. Reaching down, I grabbed another one, popped the top off, took another swigs, and I continued to talk. Yeah, we found it, and we had to move in from all directions. Bill got the first shot. Oh, beautiful hit. 30-06, right to the back. Nice tracer round right there. And unfortunately, it didn't go down. I told him to aim for the head. He goes, no, I'll just take out the heart. We can get it later. No, you aim for the frickin' head, and you blow the damn head off. And, well, it ran, and we shot it a lot. And we just kept shooting. We just kept following it. Every time we hit it, it would damage its body. It would fall over. It'd start regenerating and get up and run again and move faster. We'd shoot it again, down, back and forth and back and forth. But eventually, what happens is it realized it can't get away. What happens then? She said. Oh, that's easy. It turns around and it says the two scariest words in the human language. What's that? Fuck it. Because once that happens, they're going to turn in charge. Nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing left to lose. And you're not dealing with just a man. And unfortunately, that bastard got one of us before coming after me. Guy I've known not too long. He's kind of a new guy. It's probably why he didn't shoot as fast as he should have. But, yeah, he's done. And it came after me, and that's why I had to do that cleanse to get all this crap out of me. Really? It got you? Yeah, I shot his arm off before he got me, though, but yeah, the bites, this is why you shoot it in the head. His bites are painful. He tries to take stuff out of you. Look at this crap. I pulled up my shirt as it actually bit right through a soft Kevlar body armor. She's like, oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah, could have been worse. Just think if I wasn't wearing any protection. That's why they say an ounce of protection is worth a pound of cure. Trust me, you don't want to have to swig that stuff. It's not fun. And besides, the claws are just as bad. You see my armor over there? She looks over and she realizes that there's actually gouges taken out from the free arm that had reached up and tried to rip out my heart. Well, how'd you get away if he was on top of you? You might not want to know. Do you want to know? Yeah, she says. I shot his manhood off with a shotgun full of dragon's breath. Oh, that's gross. Oh, gross. Yeah, you see how you winced right there? Yeah, that's what he did. Winston Payne backed off, and as he was nursing himself, well, we didn't wait for those things to grow back. We just ran on him and unloaded everything, setting him on fire, and then letting him burn. As he started to catch on fire, we had to throw a bunch of salt on him, and that sure as hell did the trick. He's probably, well, I don't think there's enough left of him to put into a flask. Whatever the cleanup team did, whatever. Oh, that's gross. Really? They burned down to nothing? Yeah. You don't want to touch it, but yeah, that works. But what about the she-wolf? Did she got away? You took care of her, right? I had to stop. No. We gave her the quick way out. Oh, I can't believe you would do that. Why? Well, trust me, it's better. We gave her the option. She can understand what we said. And unfortunately, Joey had to actually hold up his pistol and say, your options are this. Deliver or we do it quick. Apparently, she knew what happens if she tries to give birth to one of those things. Oh, well, it's just birth, right? No, absolutely not. Oh no, these things, again, these are horrible. They don't deliver down like a normal child does. No, they go up and they claw their way through the abdomen, ripping everything. Sometimes they don't just get the uterus, they get the liver, they get the kidneys, they'll rip the bladder apart. It's just gross. It's painful. Sometimes they'll take their time ripping their way through. And once they rip through, it's just blood and entrails and all sorts of fecal matter. It's gruesome. It's gruesome, and no female anything has ever survived that. Not human, not lichen, not vampire, nothing. None of them do. So it's just a better option to do that and then shove a syringe full of salt down into the abdomen and call it good day. Realizing that I'm having trouble focusing, I begin to swig even more water. Then she looks me up and down and asks, are you going to change into one? No, that stuff I did when I got here, I cleansed my body. I gave myself a blocker out there, but a lot of this stuff needs to be refrigerated. So, yeah, I had to take care of it, and it wouldn't have been so painful if I got into one of those bactopods one of the boss has. Bactopod, she asked. That's science fiction. I looked at her and go, oh, really? By the way, speaking of sciencey stuff, how did you know I was coming back anyway? She paused for a second and said, oh, I kind of hacked your phone. Leaning back in my chair, I looked at her. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. I pulled up my phone and go, and I really like this phone too. Then I dropped it in the compactor and activated it. Then I looked at her and said, now, if you wouldn't mind, could you get me seconds? Handing her the plate. As she leaves, I yell, and thirds! After she leaves, I take another big swig and pull open the cabinet. I pull out the standard manila folder, opening it up to make sure that it's the right one. And as I read codename Bitch Boy, I realize I got the right file. Hello everybody, this is Syntax. Thank you for joining me today on part 10 of The Files. Now before I go, I need to say that today's winner is Vididikid, or however you're supposed to pronounce that. And I also need to send out some very, very humongous thank yous to the supporters of this channel, and they are Prozac and Pancakes, Douglas Scarborough, Guardian Sage, Brian Kemp, MTF Guard, SS Demon, Steve Ewing, Erica Gem, and Joseph Blosh. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Everybody else, I'll see you on the next one. This is Syntax.
Ejecting pilot.